Is Jaire Alexander a top 5 cornerback in the National Football League? According to ESPN, he's not. So basically, what ESPN decided to do was they ranked 50 players, they made top 10 lists for all these corners in the National Football League. 50 players, coaches, and scouts. They all decided to put their input. Alexander came in ranked at number 6, so you know what? I figured it was kind of an interesting thing to be able to talk about because he was second-team All-Pro in 2020, but he was also ranked the second-best cornerback according to Pro Football Focus. But when you look at his numbers from his 2019 year to his 2020 year, I mean, he definitely got, I shouldn't say a lot better, but he did improve, actually. 58 tackles to 51. Pass breakups, it's a little bit lower. Completion percentage, that's the more important figure. People just simply didn't want to pass to him as often, and rightfully so. I mean, this guy is absolutely incredible, and since the day he's come out of Louisville, I mean, you always knew that he was going to be one of the better players, especially in the secondary. Now, here's what ESPN had to say on Alexander and why he was ranked number 6. Alexander was the 11th man of the on last year's list, but his game was undeniable in year 3. One head coach called him smooth and added that he has a good feel for trajectory and timing on the throw, which makes it easier to undercut or jump a route. Alexander's importance to Green Bay's defense can't be understated. Last season, including the playoffs, Alexander gave up a 45.9 NFL passer rating and completion percentage of 46% as the nearest defender. All other Packers corners allowed a 95.9 passer rating and 63% as the nearest defender. I mean, some of those numbers are pretty jarring, and not all the time, I think, for the cornerback position should people look at tackles or interceptions or pass breakups. Like, obviously, if you have more INTs and more PBUs, usually that's a good thing. The other thing, though, is like if people don't throw at you, you can't always put up the stats. And even though that he might not have some of the higher tackle numbers that you'll see with some other cornerbacks or even higher interception rates, it's because guys didn't want to throw to him. And I mentioned a little bit earlier in today's show about PFF. I mean, if you can find a dude in the 70s, that's above average in terms of grade. If you can find a player then in the 80s, that's really good. When you hit that 90 mark, that is like exceptionally well for Pro Football Focus grades. And the fact that this dude came out at a 90.6, that's pretty damn impressive. Now, in terms of the corners that were ranked ahead of Alexander on ESPN's list, I got Trey White, at number 5. I'm not going to really disagree with any of the players on this list simply because they're all phenomenal. Stephon Gilmore won Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. Sure, he's coming off an injury, but when fully healthy, he's a top 5 corner. Howard had 10 interceptions. Marlon Humphrey is one of the most physical corners in the league, 8 forced fumbles last year. And then Ramsey at number 1. So what do you think, guys? Like, where should you rank Jaire Alexander as a cornerback heading into the 2021 season? Go down in the comment section and let me know. I actually am okay with the number 6 ranking. He probably would have been 6 or 7 on my list as well.